What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about definitive today. Edge. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. Thank you all for being here. It is the 24th day of August, and before we get into the charts, I just want to make sure that we're looking at the right thing. So that's April 2nd. I mean, I know we're looking at the right thing, but if we're looking at the all-time history, when did this come out? April 2nd. Okay, cool. So Coinbase does have all the data. What's beautiful about this chart, or maybe not beautiful, I guess what I don't like about this chart is it's just gone up. You had a good bit of time to accumulate, but now you're up so high, you don't have any history. How do you expect me to buy here? But what is beautiful about it is you did have this large phase of accumulation before, and you've got such a low market cap here at about $117 million. What's great about this too, if you look at it on a daily time frame, you haven't done anything, right? Not for a week. You've been consolidating, moving sideways, being boring, right? You've been rather exciting since July 23rd, but you've been boring over the past week. And even with that boringness, 11.5% volume on a 24-hour basis. That's awesome. That's great volume. There are coins with lower market caps. There are coins with higher market caps that have like 1 or 2% in a 24-hour period of daily volume, even when they're being boring. This is good. There's accumulation. There's interest being had. This is healthy stuff, right? And in a consolidation phase like this is exactly what you want to see. I really do believe that this thing's going to continue to rally. Okay, and again, I've been saying this a lot today. I'm not trying to just like toot my horn here, but what do I know? This is my third bull market. I've seen this kind of stuff before. Okay, and coins like this really get away from you. Edge is something that I feel like a lot of people have talked about, right? I think we even talked about it back here, but I didn't make a committed video. It was new. I didn't know anything about it, right? It's a low market cap coin. I'm not going to make a play. I've already made my plays. I've made my bed and I'm laying in it. But damn it, I wish I bought this thing, right? I mean, first off, how much are we up from? Let's just go from the all-time low, okay? Back on April 8th. You're up 13x since April 8th. Since you really started this run here back on July 22nd, you're up now 8x. That's crazy. That's phenomenal. Stuff like this catches the eye. And I hear a lot of people talk about it on YouTube, on x.com, in my Discord and other Discords. I hear people talk about it quite often. And I would assume there are a lot of people who want to buy this thing. They're waiting for a pullback, but it's just not going to come. Stuff like this, it just keeps moving up, man. It makes people FOMO. And if you keep the volume up, it can really continue to grow. Being at such a low market cap like this, 118 million, you could do another 10x from here, man. You genuinely could do another 10x from here, or a 7x, or more than that even. You've got such a low market cap, and there's still clearly some interest in this thing. Decent profile score, right? Anything like really above a 40 is good on CoinMarketCap from what I've seen, but not that matters. It's really not that important, honestly. It's nice that they do it. It's just a transparency score. Circulating supply is 203 million. Total supply is 1 billion, so make sure you do your research. Check out the tokenomics for this thing. Actually, I want to look real quick because I was looking at the tokenomics. I do want to look at this real quick. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure October there are some token unlocks, right? Let's see here. Hold on. Edge token, is that what we want to do? Let's do Edge token. Edge token. Tokenomics. Okay, yes. Yes. Circulating how to get Edge. No. Unlocked initial airdrop. Future community. It doesn't say. Investors 12-month lock. Okay, unlocked 9-18. So circulating 0. Okay, so 12-month plus 2-year linear, so 12-month locking period. Okay, that's cool. So the rest of these coins, is that right? How much is that right though? 203 with a billion. Is there not? There's got to be more tokens. I don't know if that's right. Let's see. Let me scroll down here. There's something that I was looking at about definitive. Does it have it on here? Maybe I'm thinking of a different coin. That's okay. Let's just move on. Okay, but look up the tokenomics. Okay, before you make an investment on anything, make sure you do your own research. But with that being said, even with the circulating supply the way it is, and the unlocked, the undiluted valuation that's yet to be realized, I still think this thing has a lot of potential by the end of the cycle. And most of these coins aren't going to get released until probably the bear market or until the end of the cycle, anyways. So there's a lot of growth potential here. Looking at this from an overall high to an overall low, I would assume that Edge continues to grow. You went all the way up to your money zone, which you only do in extremely bullish environments. Came back down to the 2272. The money zone is the 2886 to the 3113 on what would arguably your most significant fib extension that you have. Found support at the 2272. You look like you want to go higher. $1.60 would be your next target. $4 is the target after that. I wouldn't be surprised in the least if between now and the end of September or sometime in October, I wouldn't be surprised in the least if you went all the way up to $10. Psychological resistance there. How much of a growth is that here from 58 cents? That's like a 14, 15x, right? It's a 16, almost a 17x, you guys, to $10. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. And I'm not saying that's where you're going to go. I'm just saying probably your maximum potential between now and October would be there. And I certainly expect you to get there by the end of the year. Minimum potential, I don't even feel fair calling $1.60 to $1.87. I think genuinely you're going to go somewhere between $4 and $10, and that's anything from about a 6x, almost a 7x, to about a 16x in growth. That's a lot of cheddar, you guys, in a very short amount of time. And if we're looking at this, I would expect you to continue to grow just at this pace, man. You know, maybe with some spurts here and there, you consolidate, but just more or less, you keep up this parabolic look. It could be the middle of September that you're up here. It could be the end of September that you're up at $10, and who knows, maybe you go higher. Crazy things happen, you guys. Crazy things happen, and I think this token is very interesting, right? There's been a lot of interest in it so far, and with how much I've heard it being talked about, and for it to be such a low market cap, I feel like there's some big things coming our way, right? Big things coming our way with this thing, and it's built on Zora. It looks like, right? Or is that base? Is that base or Zora? I think that might be base, or is it Zora? I can't tell. Let's just look at it real quick. I don't know. How would I look that? I'd have to look it up on its website. I don't know. We can look that up real quick. Okay. How's Balaji's doing? Oh, coming back up a little bit. That's nice. That's nice. Like a degen on the 1 minute chart, you guys. It's my most recent meme coin play. Don't invest in it. Not financial advice. Not a financial advisor. Um, let's see. Docs, maybe. Is it just going to take me back to that same page? Yeah, it is. Okay, so never mind. I'll just look that up some other time. But all in all, here, guys, looking at the daily time frame, super bullish daily RSI. Stochastics are right where you'd look to bounce. You are at the same area you bounced from last time in the RSI. And the MACD actually is right at an area that you'd expect to bounce to. With the oscillators kissing like this, you typically do bounce off these areas. We look at the 1 hour time frame here. The 1 hour RSI is a bit neutral, bearishly tilted right now, but I think just overall, in the grand scheme of things, with this consolidation phase, you look like you're about to break out to the upside. You really do. I would think that you do. Uh, the stochastics do look a little bit bearish, so you could go a little bit down first. Don't hate me if you do go, let's say, down to like 50 cents. You're at 57 cents now, but you're gonna move up soon enough. Your MACD has some bullish divergence going on. Or maybe not bullish divergence, but bullish convergence going on. Higher lows here. You're about to break above the zero. The stochastics kind of have the same thing going, at least on the orange oscillator, which is the more important one, anyways. The blue leads, but the orange is like the dictator, and it's finding support at the oversold area here. The RSI is finding support. We got higher lows coming up here. I really do think that you're getting set up to break out to the upside. We look at the 4 hour time frame. Bullish, absolutely bullish on the stochastics, very bullish on the MACD. Man, it's a whole different world here. Really, really bullish on all these indicators. So and just looking at this here, you've got this kind of symmetrical triangle look, right? You've got the higher lows and the lower highs right here to a fine point. You're about to break out. Don't be surprised. And again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but sometimes these patterns, oftentimes even, they have fake outs. So even if you break out to the downside, that doesn't mean you can't go up. Okay. Sometimes you break out to the downside, then you come back up. These patterns are notorious for that. So don't be swayed by any kind of misdirections. Okay. On that note as well, don't be swayed by any kind of upside. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're breaking out either. You could break out to the upside and then come back down. You really want to see a day, I would say. Let's put this on a daily time frame and see what we got going on here. You want to see a day close above about 75 cents. When you get a day to close above 75 cents, you're home free, you're moving up, onwards and upwards to $4 to $10, okay? You're at 58 cents now. Phenomenal growth in a short amount of time expected with this thing. And who knows, maybe even go higher than that, right? This thing could genuinely be, I've seen it happen enough times. Who's to say that this isn't worth $5 billion by the end of October? By the end of the year, it could be worth 10 billion or more. You never know. Like crazy, crazy things. And we're only at 117 billion now. You understand that, right? A $10 billion market cap from here is basically like that's not 100x, but man, that's well over a 50x. I don't know how much would that be? 120. You're basically at 120 now. 10x puts you at 1.2. 5x puts you at 6. No, 50x puts you at 6. I'm doing the math in my head and I'm not doing right, but I think it's going to be like an 80x, something like that, right? To get to a $10 billion market cap. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. I don't want to do the math. I'm lazy right now. But I'm just saying, man, this thing's got a lot of potential. I think its potential will be realized, and I think that it's going to grow. Do your own research. Make sure you like it. Make sure you're about it. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Thank you all. I'll see you on the next one. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.